All right, yo. Y'all let me know y'all can hear me. I only got a little bit of time, so I just need to know y'all can hear me. And I don't know how this is going to work because I'm not using my normal equipment right now. So I need y'all to let me know y'all can hear me. Yeah, so just let me know y'all can hear me and y'all can see everything real clear. And then we're gonna get right into it. So there will be no intros, anything like that. So I just need to know y'all can hear me. So all right. I think I got it set up right. Okay. C Turtle says she can't hear me. All right, cool. All right, guys, let's get right into it. So right now, what we're going to be talking about now is one of the fathers here spoke out, and it's the child that died. His dad is speaking out. All right, and once I read this, then I want to let y'all hear about this advocacy group. They came out and spoke about this, and I'll get y'all opinion and thoughts on that as well. All right. So, and also, one of my followers is trying to work on trying to get this man on the show. So y'all know how that goes. You know, hey, a lot of times we get lucky, get people on the show. A lot of times we don't get lucky, but this is one I would love to have him to come on the show, and I still want the grandma to come on the show as well. So let's get busy. All right. So it says Kendrick Lee's father said he heard on the news about his son's death. He heard on the news about his death. And this is what he says as follows. Jonathan Kirklin is his name. He is 36 years old. He said he is distraught and guilty about what his young son, Ja Veon Kirklin, went through. The father of one of the young boys who was abandoned and neglected by their mother and her boyfriend tells Daily Mail exclusively, I haven't done my part as a father. He said he haven't done his part as a father. So, well, for him to admit that, I guess I could say that's kind of big of him. Now, does they label him as a piece of shit? I don't know. I guess it all depends on what all they've been through and what happened between them and whatnot. But he comes out and say he ain't been the best. He ain't done his part, so he was lacking on that. All right. Jonathan Kirklin, 36, say he is distraught and guilty about what his ex Gloria Williams and her boyfriend Brian Coulter, his son Ja Veon Kirklin, his other brothers have done. Kirklin invited the DailyMail.com to his apartment in South Houston, where he is trying to get his life back on track. Okay. He haven't seen his son in 5 years. Kirklin said tearfully, and it's mostly his fault, he say. All right, he's admitting where he fucked up at. Okay, I respect him for that. Kirklin has been in and out of prison. Oh, okay. That's where we're going with this. Okay, that's why. Okay, that's where we're going. He has been in and out of prison for most of the past decade. He has been convicted of domestic violence. Oh, Jesus Christ. He has been convicted of domestic violence, DWI, felony in possession of a weapon, and unauthorized use of a vehicle. Jesus Christ, man. Kirklin admits that he has been an absent father in recent years. Just a month ago, he was released from a 3-month stint in county jail for a DWI. Well, I said, does that label me as a piece of shit? I reading all that. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. I guess that's honest. That's why you ain't been around a good dude. You've been out here on a criminal roller coaster. What it sounds like, damn. Kendrick Lee, the 8-year-old boy whose body was found decomposing next to his siblings, pictured with his siblings in an undated photo. I am the father of Ja Veon, he says. I want him back. I'm ready to. Okay. I want him back. I'm ready to act as a father. A little bit too late to say that right now, bro. I think that's a little bit too late. Don't you think? A little bit too late. How y'all feel about that? He's saying that now that the boy is gone, I think it's a little bit too late for you to say that now, bro. So, He said, Kirklin and Williams never married, went to high school together, and got back together several years after they left. He said by this time, Williams had 5 other children from three different fathers, so there was 4 fathers. Shortly after they reconnected, Williams became pregnant just before she gave birth to Ja Veon Kirklin, was arrested for domestic violence. Kirklin said Williams punched him in the mouth and caused him to get a bloody lip, after which she called 911 and dropped the phone. They continued to fight where their phone conversation was recorded. Kirklin said he was later arrested by, here's the police, so you or her was fighting. He ended up serving 2 years of prison after the free violation of his probation for domestic violence conviction. Williams and her other children lived at Kirklin's mother's house while he was incarcerated, but shortly after, Kirklin's mother, Linda Smith, told Williams to leave her house because she brought strange men with her while Smith was at work. You know, that's a fucked up feeling when you open your door to somebody and they bringing all types of people in your house. I had it done to me before a long time ago, trying to help out somebody. And they was meeting people off of chat lines and shit and bringing them to my house and stuff. So I know that feeling right there. I do. Thank God nothing was never stolen or anything like that. But the fact of the matter is to have your stuff violated like that, when you don't let a lot of people in your, that shit feels. I don't know anybody y'all in the chat room, y'all hear somebody that did that, they had everybody and their mama coming to your house, but I had it done before, and it feel like a violation of your privacy because you're trying to help them, but they trying to help themselves at the same token, and that's not cool. You know, I don't like that at all. Nobody should be doing nobody like that, really. So, Kirklin says that when he got out of prison, he couldn't find Williams or her children. He then located her on social media in 2016. Gloria's friend at the time, Daryl Towner, brought Ja Veon to Kirklin for a visit, was the last time he saw him. But Kirklin said he never really followed up on his son after that visit. Oh boy. He told Williams put it on back burner. She didn't want anyone to know what or who she was doing. He also added, I didn't want to bother her. I'm not the type to keep bothering anyone, but it's your son. But it's your son, though. He said, I'm not the type to keep bothering anybody. Then he claimed she kept changing her number and blocking me on social media. Finally admitting that I was being selfish. I was pretending at the time. I have not done my part as a father. I feel partially guilty about what happened. I should have been there for my son and the other kids. I care not only for my son, but also for the others. Kirklin said he's trying to get his life in order now. He has spoken to Child Protective Services and is working to get his son back. Wait a minute. Okay, he must not. Wait. Okay, is Lee the one that's dead or Lee is the one that's still alive? Maybe I'm getting it wrong with what I'm saying here. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. It's Lee is the one that's dead. He says he still has not spoken to his son and does not know when he will be able to see or speak to him. Okay, he's not the father of the dead son. Okay, cool. Okay, I got that mixed up then. I thought he was the father of the dead son. Because the way he talking in here, he talking I want to be able to see him and speak to him again. So I must got something wrong here. It's going to be a process to have my son. He said it doesn't happen overnight. My son needs me. I must rise as a man, as a father. CBS told me they will be back. I'm just waiting for this call. I really have to prove myself. My previous incarcerations will not help my situation. For the longest time, Kirklin said he was selfish, did his thing on the street, did me. I was a freelancer in life and selfish. He says he's had grown up and is now looking for work as a warehouse worker or a cook. Kirklin said that when he thinks about how his son and the other children lived in the fetal conditions and subjected to the abuse and mental pain, it really hurts me to think how they were treated. You would never think a woman would allow another man to do that to your own children, your own creation, but she did. He did ask what woman would allow a man to disrespect her children. When he found out it was Kendrick who died, okay. So he is, the way it was going, it confused me. Okay, so he is the father of the dead one. Kirklin said it was a punch to the stomach. Kendrick was autistic. He didn't have any damaging bone in his body. He would smile all day long. He didn't say much, but he had a way of communicating with you. Everyone who knew him loved him. He still can't understand how Williams was involved in the abuse, saying she was a good mother. Boy, you don't stop. She must have changed. Kirklin does say that Williams once suffered from depression, anxiety. Here we go. She once suffered from depression, anxiety, and often changed her mood. Sometimes when she got overwhelmed, she just shut herself off. But he says Williams deserves her sentence at least 10 years in prison for what she let happen to her kids. Gloria needs to do some real time. She needs to be in her cell and figure out where her priorities were. As for Brian, he said he deserves at least life, if not the death penalty. Kirklin, who served time in prison, said they will both have targets on their backs. Child murderers and rapists are the lowest of the lowest in prison. He has no doubt that someone will get a hold of Brian. He will be killed there, meaning he will be beaten so badly that they will have to fly him alive to the nearest hospital. People in prison have nothing to do all day but watch TV. There are people in prison who never watched TV before they were incarcerated. So they're going to see these two on TV, and when they walk through the doors, everyone will know all about their business and it won't be good for them. For now, Kirklin says, to stay strong, I can't break now. I have to be strong for my son. Although he admits one day, I know I'll break over this. Neither one of them had any respect for God's children. They will both pay for it one way or another. They deserve everything that happens to them now. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Jonathan Kirklin, Kendrick Lee's father. That's him speaking to whoever this article is right here. What's new today? This day article. Well, guys, what y'all think? What y'all just heard from the father? What is y'all thoughts on that? And I guess I'm asking in the sense, do you feel like he's in a position to talk right now, even though he's admitting his faults, or do you think that hey, maybe he just kept a seat, he just kept quiet because this probably make him look good? And I'm asking in this sense, do y'all think he just had the right to come out and say this, or do some of y'all feel that hey, maybe he did best by taking a seat and just ain't saying nothing, period? Even though this article didn't make him look good at all. Even though he admit his faults. He admit his faults. My question is, when you admit your faults, are you genuine with it, or are you looking for sympathy and pity? That would be my question. The question is, when you admit your faults, is it genuine, or you looking for sympathy and pity? There's two things. People can admit their faults and being genuine with it. Some people can admit their faults looking for something out of it. So it means they really don't mean it. Me personally, I was with him until I got deeper to the article. So I really don't know what to say about it right now. I really don't. I'm kind of like in between a sword right now with this one. I don't know. I don't want to down her brother, but I'm not gonna down him. I'm not. But still, I don't know if this was a genuine interview he had with somebody, or was he just saying this out of pity? So I don't know. ZZ said, I think all the family members should have taken a damn seat. Where was y'all when this shit was going on? Well, you just heard him where he was. He kept going back and forth to jail, so that's where he was. Candy Lee said, the father just as good as the mother, definitely unfit. She should have never had any children. Well, I think we all can agree with that, So sound like to me when it comes to Gloria, she had a bad choice of picking men. But do you blame that on her suffering from a depression, anxiety, and things like that? And I'm asking in a sense like this, when people deal with stuff like that, anybody who showed them a sign of love, they like putty in their hand. So I'm asking in this sense, could it be the thing that she was dealing with And the first person who showed her any kind of sign of love, she just fell for it. All right, could it be that? And every time she get that feeling from somebody that she feel like that they actually love her, she keep falling for the same thing over and over and over and over again. But I will end this section of the show with this. I hope he's not lying when he says, I found out my son was dead through the news, and he knew the whole time, but he trying to come out and put an article like he didn't know. You know, that would be one of my main things right there. I would have a gripe with him about. If you did know, but you're trying to fake the fun like you didn't know, and you knew this stuff was going on, and you chose not to do anything, you know. So that would be one of my gripes with this. You know, but other than that, though, I really don't know what to say about it. I really don't know what to say about it, you know what I mean? Whew. Man. That's crazy. That is so crazy. All right, guys, we're going to get into the final segment of this show, so I get on out of here. There's some advocacy women spoke on this, and let's see what they got to say about it. And y'all give me your thoughts on what the women are talking about.
Who you are and why we're here today.
My name is Sonia.
Hold on, let me get it over there. Here we go. All right.
Parker, and I'm the founder of Parents Against Predators, and we're mothers against child killers. And the reason we're here today, we want to send a strong message out to mothers. Yes. Mothers are to protect their children at all costs.
Yes.
And these mothers today are choosing men over their kids.
Yes.
And they're allowing men to kill, molest, rape, bury, cut up, starve their kids. And we're tired, we're hurting. I don't say our mother can lay and sleep. I cannot sleep at night thinking about what happened to little Kendrick and his brothers.
Yes.
It's heartbreaking. And we want justice for them.
Yes.
And seeking the death penalty behind the justice.
Yes.
I'm Jamea Winters. I work alongside Ms. Parker. My take on this is we need justice for Kendrick. I have a child who is autistic. Yes, they can be hard to deal with at times, but they are so lovable, and you have to love them the right way. Killing any child is unacceptable. And I feel like the apartments failed them because when they came to you and told you that there was a smell, you done nothing about it. You failed them kids, and justice needs to be served. Thank you.
And that's one of the main things a lot of us talking about, you know, how can anybody not smell this shit? I mean, for what y'all I never smelled a dead body, but for what a lot of y'all say, when I talk about that, y'all said just think about a smell of a dead animal 10 times or maybe 15 times. That shit stinks. So I don't see how the hell nobody else didn't smell that shit, you know. So I don't get it. I don't get it. If y'all don't mind, please get the thumbs up for your boy. And I didn't really share this out, so I'll share it out later. But get the thumbs up. It'll bring more people in when y'all get them thumbs up, all right? Let more people come in here with these ladies talking about, all right? I wish we could get some fathers to come out and talk like this. You know, they'd be totally awesome. Totally awesome.
You're the next door neighbor?
I'm Alicia Trevis. I'm in Unit 518. We have seen them before. We have encountered. The kids used to play together. They went to school. We didn't know. We didn't know how far or how this was transpired. But I am a mother. I have a 12-year-old daughter, and I have a 6-year-old daughter. To see all this abuse, I've been abused myself. So to see a child beaten because of them being disabled is so wrong, so wrong. I pray that Kendrick Lee gets justice. His family can stay together. By the graces of God, these kids deserve any blessing that comes to them. Please, as mothers. We need to stand together, not separated. The jealousy of women is stupid. 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 Please, somebody speak up for these kids because they did not deserve what that man did to them. Rather, I don't care how much that man made you happy, those kids came first. Yeah. If you was not able to, if God did not want you to bear them kids, baby, you would never had them. That's how I put it. But I pray to God. And my father, James Chevis, is a minister. And I know, by the grace of God, these kids will come and they will be together. By the grace of God, I pray. Please do not, as women, let these men run you to the ground to where you cannot speak. Speak. The First Amendment it stands as it says, speak. You should not have to be a burden and not want to speak for your own.
Hello, my name is Karen Pate. We're going to have a candlelight visual here. I'm a tenant here in these apartments. I've been here for over 12 years. And we're going to have a candlelight visual Saturday, 7 p.m. here in the parking lot in front of their apartment. And we just want the community to come together so we can pray. We need some healing. That family needs some healing.
Yes.
This has traumatized all of us. I mean, everywhere. Yes. These kids, they can't stop talking. How did his mama and daddy let him do that to him?
Right.
How do you explain that to these kids and they seeing it firsthand?
Yes.
But Saturday, candlelight visual, here, 7 p.m. Keep praying, y'all.
Can you talk to us a little bit about how does it feel to know you lived here and this was happening all around?
This is so heavy on my chest because I used to sit there on the stairs, and where I sit, I could see the window. And to know I sat and walked past and had no clue. I have grandchildren. I have 5 children. One was murdered in 2002 on the streets of Los Angeles, El Segundo and San Pedro. He was shot to death. Nobody should have to live like this. Nobody. And to know that I was sitting there and I couldn't help. That's why I'm doing everything in my power to make sure from this point on, we have to start speaking and saying something and speak to our neighbors and get to know people in our buildings. So if they need help, they can confide in us to help. Don't go and want to just talk about people and mistreat them. Help them.
I have one thing I want to say about CPS.
Could you spell, I need y'all to spell your name. Can you spell your name?
Karen, Karen, Pate. P as in popcorn, A-T-E.
How long have you lived here?
I've lived here 12 years.
Wow. This is the worst.
This is the worst. That's the part that hurts.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
I have one thing I want to say to CPS. You know, everybody glorifying and clapping for CPS that they got the boys. That's good. But you failed Malia Davis. Don't fail these boys. We want justice for these boys, for Kendrick. We want justice for the other 3 siblings too, because they were beaten too. About a stepdad. We really want justice. And I'm asking them for the death penalty. That's what I'm asking. That's why I'm going to court and stand in place for Kendrick. As his mother, because a mother take care of their kids, a mother feed their kids, a mother send their kids to school, a mother hug their kids, grandmothers call their kids and ask them how they doing, how their day went. How did you do at school? Did you do well? Where were the parents? Where were the grandparents? I have 12 grandparents. I call my grandkids every day. How was your day?
Remember I said that yesterday? No, was that yesterday? What's the day? It might have been Wednesday. Remember I said that? Grandparents crazy about their grandchildren. And if they ain't heard from in a while, they're going to call and check. So she's saying everything I said. And I totally agree with what she's saying. She's right. And I love what she said about Malia Davis. I'm with her on that. I agree with her on that.
Birthdays. What about their birthdays?
Yeah.
What about holidays?
Yeah.
Where everybody at?
Yes.
This is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
This is a lot to deal with. We need justice from the top to the bottom.
Yep.
We need justice. We ask for justice for Kendrick.
Are you amazed at the amount of time?
Yeah.
I was very upset with the sheriff department, but I knew they had to do their job.
Yeah.
And we had to wait. And when I found out that they filed charges, it was a relief. But I cannot stomach what them little boys went through. They didn't have a bed to sleep in. They didn't have food.
Both locked behind the
I
door.
sit up and I brushed my teeth this morning asking, did they have toothpaste?
No.
Did they have tissue?
Yeah.
Did they have, who washed their clothes? It's so many questions that I'm asking myself. It's
Yes,
heartbreaking.
ma'am. Yes,
It's
ma'am.
hurtful.
Yes, ma'am.
It got to be better laws when it comes to child killers. They deserve the death penalty. They really do.
Spell your name for us.
Sonia, SONIAPARKER. I'm the founder of Parents Against Predators.
And tell me about your organization. Why
My organization is we spread awareness about child abuse, missing children, murdered children. I'm in all the courts when it comes to the murdered children, not just in Texas. I'm everywhere.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I can't. This case here is hard. I didn't dealt with a lot of cases. This case here is very hard, knowing
Excuse me.
that the body was in there with the brothers all this time. And I wonder what they was doing, what they was saying. Like, it's hard as I'm a mother. I'm a real mother.
Yeah.
I care.
Yeah.
She walked in jail. They asked her, did she want to say anything? Now, can she say anything? I love them. They not my kids, but I love them. And it hurt.
Yes, it
Yeah, it does.
For them to be there in the apartment for so long.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. That's what's eating me up. What was they doing?
Yes.
You know, and as the story unfolds every day, it's something different. Like
Yes.
the boyfriend was going to the apartments beating the kids. So of course they were scared.
Yes.
Of course, you know, but it's bringing in my head, what was they doing? What was they saying when he leave? Was they hugging each other? What was they doing? It's so heartbreaking. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, I'm taking this real hard for the last 3 days. I've been thinking, what, you know, what they doing. They didn't have food. They begging for food. And it's just a lot. I know how I feel to be hungry. I'm grown. I know how I feel. But I'd be damned if I ever in my life allow my grandkids to be hungry.
Yes.
Allow my kids to be hungry. Allow the man to come before my kids. That's the problem with the women today. They put the men before their kids.
Can you come over here? Spell your name for us again.
Alicia, ALICIA, last name Chevis, CHEVIS.
Tell me in comparison, where did you live next? Is it next?
I'm in the same building. We're all in building 5. I'm 518. I'm at the bottom
They were at 5.
They were on the third
floor, 531 on the other side of me.
And did you see anything?
No,
What you
we
saw?
have not seen all our kids used to play together in the field right in front of like our apartments, but we have not seen these kids since like think late last year. So around the time they did say that they haven't seen the kids, like around November, the 20th of November, the 29th, between that time, we have not seen them kids since then. Those kids went to school with my youngest daughter. My youngest daughter is 6. They all went to school together. I don't know what the 15-year-old went to, but I know for sure that one of the kids was at the school right here at HomeQuest, but they said they kept requesting for data, anything that was on the kids from Ailey, but the parents never showed any responses, nothing. I've seen them before, actually, like on the bus going to work sometimes, the boyfriend taking out the trash, but since then I have not seen them. I have not heard from them, nothing. But it's crazy how you can be 15 minutes from your own kids. 15 minutes from your own kids, and you never wanted to come back and say anything, never wanted to say, God, please forgive me, And if you was a real woman, you would have took them kids out of that situation and left that man where he was. Why would you want your own kids to stand in a situation where they couldn't even bear to live themselves? You let a man just beat your kids to death and didn't want to say anything. You injured them to the point where they couldn't speak. So why? I don't get it. Yes, I've only been here for almost 2 years now. I'll be here 2 years in April. But as a mother, like I said, I have 2 of my own. To know something like that, it hurts. You're not even like, I'm not even 100 feet away, honestly. I'm like 50 feet away. I'm in the same building, but on the other side. So at this point, I'm just looking for justice as well for Kendrick. If we all got to stand at the courthouse outside, I'm there.
What is the mood like at the apartment complex in your building?
Everybody.
It's
everybody
dropped. Your heart drops.
When I said that we were going to have a candlelight visual, everybody was like, thank you. We need to do something because I feel like we got to do something.
Right.
We feel like here as a community, we look out for the kids. We have our own little things for the kids. But to know that we all been here and we couldn't help, and it was right there at our fingertips. So many of these mothers here in this apartment, they look out for all the kids.
Yes, we do.
We look out for kids who we don't even know.
Yes.
My kids are grown. I have grandkids that little. They come over and play. But
I want to say this real quick because I see some of y'all in the chat room. A couple of y'all saying y'all can't take these ladies, or y'all saying that everybody want to be concerned now. And I get where y'all coming from when y'all say that. But however, y'all can't deem these ladies for that because they honestly did not know what was going on. But however, though, the 2 that was feeding them, now if they was the one out here speaking, I can understand y'all saying that about them. But to try to, from what I'm reading out the chat, it sound like y'all going at them about this, and I don't think that's fair because they did not know. Far as I'm understanding, the 2 neighbors who actually spoke, they were feeding him, charging his phone. They actually had communication with him. They was the closest and noticed something weird. So, I don't think that's fair y'all deeming them for that.
all of these people feel like they let these kids down. They are devastated. Right here next to us, we
Speaking of the apartment complex, you might want to address this. What do you have to say about the apartment complex and their management?
Can I say it on air? I'm laughing, but I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off, and I did address it with the manager coming out the apartments because she made the statement we couldn't be on the property. Every case of a murdered children here in Houston, I go on the property. So when she said we had to come off the property, I had some words for her. Maybe if you would have paid attention when they called you about the smell, we wouldn't be here. Maybe if you would have paid attention when the residents told them the little boy was sleeping at the park, we wouldn't be here. So if you're just collecting rent money and the housing money, then maybe the apartments need to be shut down because you don't care about the residents, you don't care about the kids here. So that's an ongoing battle with us. We'll be back.
It's J-A-M as in Mary, A-Y-A, Winters, W-I-N-T-E-R-S.
Oh, he always do candles and pictures like that. You want to
Okay. Huh? Okay.
So what's next for you guys?
So basically, we're going to be seeking justice for all of those children, and especially Kendrick, because he did not deserve this. This is unacceptable. I feel like not only did the apartments fail that baby, the community failed this baby, all of those children. So at the end of the day, as parents, we need to stick together. As a community, we have to stick together. I'm sure we all have children. I have 3. And I have one that is autistic, and he's 8 years old. So I feel this on a totally different level, and I don't think it's okay. You know what I mean? There's too many acts of violence against these kids. None of that is okay. And at the end of the day, we have to stand up for them, because if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for everything. So it's time for us to come together as a community, everyone, and start fighting for these children. Thank you.
One more person. Give it to me.
I'm gonna be real short. I'm gonna be real short-lived with this. Kendrick was 8 years old. My son is less than 4 months from being 8 years old. And I dropped my son off at school this morning. I gave him an extra long hug and told him I loved him. And then I came this way to pay my respect. We have to do a way better job of protecting our children. This is what's going on in our community. Not a third world country, not another state, not even in another city. This is going on right down the street from my house.
Yes, sir.
So we're here together in honor of Kendrick Lee. Thank you.
What's your name, sir?
Matt, M-A-T-T-H-E-W, Mouton, M-O-U-T-O-N.
Oh, you might be kidding me. Hey, Mr. Mouton.
How you doing, Cam? Fine.
All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I think we'll get some.
Come over to the side.
All right. All right. So we had the father that spoke out, and we had the ladies that spoke out, and wow, to my surprise, you got the brother right here came and spoke or whatnot. So sad story, but again, guys, you know, to get upset with them, I mean, yeah, I don't think that's right, because sound like to me they honestly did not know. So we can't get on them for that, because they honestly did not know. Well, her name is with the color for her hair. If they was two of the ones down here speaking, then I can understand y'all position on that. But we cannot, I don't want to say demonize, you know, that's not the word I want to use. But we can't just sit up here and just, we can't fault the whole apartment complex, all the residents there, because this happened, because a lot of people honestly did not know what happened till now. We can't deem the whole residents, you know, but we could deem the maintenance man, we could deem the rent lady, we could deem them, the two neighbors. So I guess we could say something about them. Although people will say that it ain't this neighbor's responsibility to take care of somebody else's kids, and that is true. It's not their responsibility. But however, though, when you step out and you help them, and you even admitting on camera that, you know, we thought something was off, them two right there, you know, I felt should have did a awareness check. All right. Now, as far as the family goes, you know, the family that actually spoke, I guess y'all can get on them, because I just refuse to believe right now that they didn't know what was going on. I mean, especially what I played earlier today, I just don't see how they didn't know what was going on. If that's what they're trying to put out there, I don't see that, you know. So, but as always, everybody's entitled. So how to feel. Now hold on, with that what Brian said, now the lady who says she does stay in that unit, I wondered, did the smell get bad that she smelled it, because she said she stayed in that same unit, but they stayed on the third floor, but she stayed on the bottom floor. So I'm wondering with her, did she smell anything? All right. I would like to know that with her. Chris, there's a lot going on in that apartment complex. I saw a live stream with the girl who was feeding the 15-year-old, and her sister said a lot. Dirty Vegas, if you could email that to me, I'll sure like to play it. I would sure like to play that. I appreciate it. I'll sure like to play that. Somebody drop my email up in there. You know, so that's how I feel about everything. The dad, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with that. I got mixed emotions about it. These ladies, I don't blame them at all, but I do question the light-skinned lady. Did she smell anything? You know, did it get that bad? Did she smell anything? Definitely the maintenance man and the rent lady. You know, I'll check into them. and look in deeper to more to the family. You know, just look at it like that. You know, but the biggest picture here, what I played earlier, the mom claims she did not know he was dead. And that's a bunch of crock of shit if I ever heard. You know, you follow this man to the house every 2 weeks saying you checked on them. How the hell you come over there every 2 weeks and not know that your son is dead? What, you thought he was still alive after he got his ass whooped like that? Did you sit there think your 9-year-old son was alive? And if he was alive, you pretty much just told the whole world that you never bothered to go back there and check on him. You only came on there to check on the other kids, but you never checked on him, which with that being said, you're lying. You did know he was dead. So that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Every 2 weeks, you see everybody else. But you don't see the, I mean, not 9-year-old, they say 8 years old. You see everybody else, but you don't see the 8 years old, the 8-year-old. Come on now, who gonna believe that? You come over there every 2 weeks and see everybody but 8-year-old, but you didn't know he was dead. Lady, if you don't quit. If you don't quit. As a matter of fact, if that was the youngest one, or close to the youngest one, he'll be the main one you be asking about. Okay? If he's close to the youngest ones, he'll be the main one that you will ask about. So I don't even know why she even told that lady that she didn't know that her son was dead. Unless she thinking that they're gonna get some of the heat off of her. Nope, the heat gonna be on her just where it's gonna be on John B. And I might need to start calling him John B because John B is one of my favorite singers. I don't need to be disrespecting him like that. All right. So that I don't get. And anybody who believe that, and then I mean, hey, you're entitled to believe what the hell you want to believe. All right. So now that you went and talked to her, I hope y'all try to go talk to him. Which I don't know what the hell he can say at this point. But I like for y'all to try to go talk to him. You know, I like to hear what he tried to say, but he has no defense in this. You know, I want to know if he's gonna get an interview, try to act all hard and shit, like he do on these flunky ass videos he do on the damn Instagram. Right? As he said, I got you. Yeah, I need to start calling him John B because that's one of my favorite singers. So I'm gonna start calling him John B. You know, so you say he interviewed the sisters? Oh, okay. Yeah, kudos to him. Kudos to him. Kudos to him. What's that? Anyway, guys, y'all, thank y'all for listening, and as always, you know, you said I call him, whoa, Vic. Who is Vicky's brother? Leave the Beaver say, I called him, whoa, Vicky's brother. Who is Vicky's brother? Okay, I'm confused on that. Who you say, who is Vicky's brother? I want to see what Leave the Beaver say first before I get out of here. She said something about Vicky's brother. Whoa, Vicky, she's an influencer. Oh. Well, I don't know about that. Anyway. All right, guys. Y'all take care. Let me get on up out of here. And as always, hey, share your thoughts, what you think about everything. And stay tuned for more updates. And stay tuned for more stories like this. And I will get back with you. Dominican Holmes said, Chris, what is your email? Oh, there it is right there.